cannot wait for you to see the end result. My fingers are still sticky. I have glitter stuck to them. Isn't that such a pretty color of pink? Stay tuned and you can see what it's all about. I'm doing to start our cake making process is I'm starting by making the topper, and I'm actually doing this about 3 days ahead of time. So I picked up this wooden G. I found this one at a Joann Fabric, so at a local fabric store or Michael's, Hobby Lobby, any of those places you should be able to find one, and it's about that thick. I think this was like 97 cents. It was super cheap, and I'm gonna go ahead and use a couple of products to help decorate this up and make the cake topper, so I'll show you what those are in just a minute. All right, so one of the other things I'm using is this Elmer's Craft Bond, and I picked this up at Walmart. I think this was $3 or less for this, and it's a spray adhesive. I picked this up at Walmart as well. This is just a simple gold glitter. I think this cost me 90 cents. Because I'm gonna be making this at night and I need to spray this spray outside, I cannot show you the steps, but I will show you the final product when it goes on the cake. So this I think is gonna turn out really cool, and I cannot wait for you to see the end result of the cake with the topper on it. But let's go outside and get this started. So I pulled out a leftover like shoebox, wrapping box that I had from Christmas, and I'm gonna use this to pour the glitter over so that I can reuse any of the glitter that falls off. And then I'm actually using one that I have not even opened. That way I can set my G on it to dry so it's easy to pull off and it doesn't get stuck to it. All right, so I have the first coating of glitter on the first side done. I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit. It takes probably about 20 minutes for it to really get all the tackiness away, and then I'll probably do another coat before I do the back side of it. It's been about 20 minutes. I'm gonna go take this out and put a second coat on the front. I still have the back to do yet, but I wanna make sure that the front's nice and dry and coated the way I want it before I do the back. So I may wait until tomorrow to do this, but we'll see. We'll see how it dries. I know it was a little tacky when I checked before. I am gonna go ahead and, well, maybe knock a little off, but I'm gonna give that second coat and then we'll see from there where we're at. There is the second coat on my front side, and that is much, much more like what I wanted it to look like. So the cake topper project, all in all, to make this, and I saw something a lot like it on Pinterest, but I think it was like a metal one that was put onto a cake, and I really liked it. So instead I opted to go with the little wooden letter and then some glitter and adhesive glue, and it cost me total, I think I said what, it was like $1 for the wooden piece, somewhere around there, 90 some cents, $1. And then the spray adhesive, if you get this kind, is a lot cheaper. There's some of, my fingers are still sticky, I have glitter stuck to them like that. But there are some other kinds that are around $6. This is working great for what I want it to do. It's adhering really well to the wood. And I haven't had any problems with it. And it's relatively fast drying, I think. So all in all, this cake topper is costing around $5, right around $5, because it's about 90 cents for the glitter. There's more expensive glitters, but in all honesty, I think this will do the whole project, and this was like 90 cents, 80 cents, something like that. So it's around a $5 project to make this cake topper. Probably a lot less expensive than what it would have cost me to order something and get it shipped in, especially if I wanted to go with metal. This was a nice substitute for it. So it's a really cheap, easy way to do a cool topper. You could do it for a wedding, you could do it for birthdays, anything like that. So I'm excited to show you the final product of our cake. Changed clothes on the videos, that's because it's a new day. It's the day before the shower now, so I'm gonna be finishing up the cake topper, and I'm also making the layers for the cake that the topper is gonna go on. So we're actually making a triple layer cake, and I started with just plain white cake cake mixes. I'm doing a layer of pink on the bottom and then inadvertently doing a marbled layer because I accidentally forgot to put the pink food coloring in and it was already in the pan, so we're marbling the middle layer. I'm gonna show you what those look like and I'm getting ready to do the third layer right now. So you just get some of this dye and it's like that Wilton stuff, and I just used the color Rose to get it these colors, and I just added it till it was like a Pepto-Bismol pink. Okay, so there's our marbleized layer, and all I did was I took some toothpicks and then dipped them in to the food coloring, and it probably took about 4 different toothpick dips to do this, and I just kind of swirled it through. I know that the lighting is not the greatest in my kitchen, but this is what our pink layers will look like. That's kind of the color of pink I was going for. It's kind of the standard color throughout all of our baby shower stuff. All right, guys, so I am working on Charlie's cake. This is going to be a triple layer ombre pink cake. So we've got our brighter color down here, and then our lighter color here, and then our marbleized white and pink cake here. I've got my crumb coating frosting here. I've got my other frosting right here. So we're making progress, slowly but surely, and everything I'm shaving off, the kids have been eating off this plate. Second layer's on. Isn't that such a pretty color of pink? So you can see the difference between the bottom layer and then this top layer. So when you cut into it, I think it's gonna be super cool. All right, so I'm not even close to done, but that's where I'm at this point. I've got the crumb coating on, and then I'm starting to add the little like flowery star things here. But I think it's coming together all in all pretty well. Still have a ribbon to add at the bottom, and of course we'll have the topper. But right now I've got the frosting in the refrigerator getting cooled down again because it was pretty warm for me.